today it's a trash pullout. So let's do it. I had some spare space in front of my reverse osmosis tank where I could fit a trash pullout. I'm cutting some spaces to install the draw slides on, and then I'm going to take them out to my paint booth. I kept the design simple, as a trash pullout should be. It's basically two side pieces that mount to the draw slides with a front piece holding them together that will mount to the door, and then a lid with a hole cut out for the trash can to sit in. I'm using my router to make a rabbet cut for the side pieces for the lid to sit on. This isn't necessary if you don't have a router. You could just bypass that and nail the lid straight to the plywood. The reason I chose to do the rabbet cut on the side of the pullout was so you wouldn't see the plywood side on the top piece. Like that. I'm going to attach the drawer slides to my spacers and then install the spacers with the drawer slides on. That way I won't have to install the drawer slides while I'm squatting inside of a cabinet. Squatting in a cabinet. You know what I mean. My cameraman was too loud, so I had to voice over here, but what I'm doing is using a spacer to attach the slides. By spacer, it's a piece of plywood cut to the height that I want to attach, and that way I can get it parallel on both sides. This project set me back $10 because all I had to buy were the drawer slides. Everything else was just my scrap pile and what I already had, including the trash can. I don't know how many more of these $10 projects I can afford to do, so please like and subscribe to help me continue. The cabinet wasn't very square, so I decided to measure for it in place so it'd slide in and out easily. She did say that, didn't she? Alright, so I have the top piece or the lid already milled to size. This is what the trash can is going to sit in, so it's going to need to have a hole in it for the trash can, which I measured around the trash, as you can see. And to make a plunge cut, you'll need to remove your riving knife from your table saw, which I did about a decade ago, and I seriously don't know where it is. But I've ordered a new one, so yippee-doo. To finish off the cut, I used a drill bit to match the radius of the cut that I wanted for the trash can, and I got out my jigsaw and didn't use it because I don't really like my jigsaw. So I opted to finish off the handsaw to just get the cuts finished. I made more dust drilling these 4 holes than the rest of the project put together. Dust collection was something I didn't used to put a lot of time or thought into. I'd usually just open the garage door or cut outside and blow whatever dust I could outside, and whatever dust didn't go outside pretty much just stayed in the garage for ever. But I've invested a little bit, well not really, just I got a couple of shop vacs, and my dust extraction is working pretty good now. The garage is a lot cleaner than it usually was. So now it's time to glue and assemble this unit together. I'm using pocket holes here with my Kreg jig. The portable Kreg jig is a nice handy tool for small projects. I have links to all my tools that I use down below in the description box. By the way, what's the difference between a lynx and a bobcat? I clamped a piece of plywood to my workbench so it'd give me something square to hold it all together while I screwed it. It's actually the first time I tried that trick and it actually worked really well. So now I'm just dry fitting the top, making sure it's all good before I glue that on. Yeah, do you like my sweatshirt? I'm not really meant to work in the sweatshirt, but I don't think my wife will find out. When using pre-finished plywood, you need to sand off the pre-finish where you want glue to stick. Because this is such a small project, I got to use just my favorite clamps. I didn't even have to use the clamps that I hate. I got some clamps that I hate. But they don't like me either, it's mutual. One day I hope to have way more clamps than I'll ever need. Where will I put them all? I don't know. I put a backboard on the behind this pullout just because there's some people in my family that aren't that coordinated when it comes to actually getting stuff into the trash can. It's me. So next I'm bundoing the holes from the cabinet door that I'm reusing for the drawer face Turns out Bondo does expire, especially when the lid's not on properly. I think this might be from like 2012 or 2013. You know, so it's probably 10, 11 years old now. I think I was a little over optimistic with it. I should have known right from the beginning that it was just trash and I shouldn't have applied it. So I had to scrape it all off, find some slightly better Bondo, probably from 2016. That worked. While scraping off the Bondo, I couldn't help but think that perhaps I could have just used spackle, like I am going to on the face frame of the cabinet, and I could have and I should have. Anyway, it is what it is now. I just love the smell of Bondo. I'm addicted. This is a simple project. You don't need any special tools. You could probably do it with a skill saw and a battery drill if that's all you have. And it might help you get lucky that night. Who knows? So now I'm ready to just finish sanding and take it out to the paint booth. Just a quick primer coat outside and give it like half an hour and it's ready for paint. The rest of my kitchen's just been rolled and brushed, so I'm just going to do the same. Don't do this in a nice kitchen. When we first moved into this house, this kitchen cabinets were a raw oak plywood that once was olive green and had the paint removed with a wire wheel and probably a chainsaw and a couple of pickup trucks. So the white paint made it look a lot better, and it helped hide the nasty job they did of stripping it. Now I just got to pop the door back on. There's the drawer face now, and we're complete. Time for a game of I Spy. Can you spot the hidden floor mat? If you're wondering where to get these stick-on linoleum tiles, they're in the ugly section of hell. Now time for the final fit. Will it? Of course it will, we know it will. I'm so close now I can taste it. All I have to do is put the handle on. And wait. Come on. Done. Click these videos to watch more kitchen DIYs.